Hello, tech friends. Let me welcome you to my PowerShell remoting course. If you're looking at how to remotely manage your window environment using window PowerShell, then this course is right for you. Okay, for the past 6 years, I've been a big fan of PowerShell remoting. So I find myself using it for both penetration testing and standard management tasks. Basically, PowerShell remoting lets you access full PowerShell commands on remote Windows system using Windows Remote Management Protocol. It is pretty similar to SSH for accessing remote terminals on the Linux operating systems. So in this video, I'm going to show you a few basic PowerShell remoting commands. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, PowerShell remoting is not enabled by default in Windows machine. We have to enable it on the remote machine. To do that, we need to launch PowerShell as an administrator around this command here. Okay, so my PowerShell. I've launched this PowerShell as an administrator already, so I don't have to do that again. So I'm going to provide a link to access all these commands in the video description. So you don't have to memorize all these commands. So you go ahead and run this command. Okay, good. So so the command is taken. So then we go ahead and verify if window remote management is fully set up and locally configured. So we do that by running this command. All right, good. So the output you're seeing right now is actually confirming that window remote management is set up on the remote machine. Okay, so if you're seeing a different output other than what you're seeing now, it's actually telling you that there's a problem with your window remote management that you have to fix. Okay, good. So we go ahead and check basic window remote management configuration and default settings. We do that by running this command. Okay, good. So it says window remote management is a service that is running in this machine. So all is configured well. So we're good to go. So we can go ahead and confirm more by running this command as well. So this is telling us, a few detailed information about the configuration of window remote management we have on this machine. You see the authentication, you see that window remote management is running on port 5985, which is for HTTP, and 5986, which is for HTTPS. All right, good. So let's run this command to see more configurations, settings we have here. Okay, these are other few details we have here. So pay attention to this part of this output. It says allow remote access, which is true. So meaning this machine is good to go for PowerShell remoting. Okay, good. Let's see how PowerShell remoting is done in action. So we start by, first of all, identifying the computer we are on. Which computer am I on right now? You run this command. This tells you you are on server 01. So I'm currently on server 01, and I have another machine within my infrastructure that I want to run, and this machine is on which domain? Is actually on this domain. Okay, good. So I have all this configuration set up in my remote machine. So I'm just putting it through how to get it done on your remote machine. So next thing we need to do is to verify Windows Remote Management is fully set up and responding on our remote device. So we must specify the authentication type when testing a remote device. So if you are unsure about the authentication you want to use, you can just set it to negotiate. If you see this one, we have a lot of authentication. We have basic, digest, rows, certificates. You have credit SSP. We have all that. But for the purpose of this course, I'll be using negotiate. All right. So go ahead and run this command. Okay, this command is going to ask me for my domain and my username. My domain here is this, Highling, and then my username is this. Then I'm going to put my, enter my password. Okay, so you don't get to see anything after that, but the values are taken, and my password is secured. So you don't see my password, even if you try to run credential.password. So what you see is secure string, so which is pretty cool. Okay, good. So we go ahead again and test if window remote management is running and listening on our remote machine. So my remote machine in this case is named server 2012. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run this command. All right, good. So this is telling me that my server 2012 is configured for window remote management, and is actually listening and ready to take window PowerShell remoting connection. So we can go ahead and confirm more few details by running this one. This is to check if my local port, which is server this server 01, to confirm if server 01 is actually listening on port 5985. So since I'm still on this machine, I'll go ahead and run this command. Okay, so this is actually telling us that Windows Remote Management Protocol port HTTP port 5985 is actually listening right now. So we can do more detailed verification by running netstart. If you're used to this command, we run netstart, and then we can filter for protocols, ports that are listening. Okay, so here we'll see that we'll see ports. If you pay attention to the output we have here, you see we have, trying to locate that. Just give me a second real quick. Okay, so since I can't find that easily, so I can just filter for the specific port. Okay, good. So you see this, that this port is actually listening. It's actually listening on my IP address. Okay, so that is cool. That is cool. So we go ahead again and verify if this same port 5985 is actually listening on our remote device. So we go ahead and run this this command. Don't forget, server 2012 is the name given to my remote device. Okay, go ahead and run this command. Okay, brilliant, cool. So this is actually telling us that my remote machine is having an IP address 10.1.5.5, It's actually listening on port 5985, and then there's a source IP address that has established connection already. So I have some few more detail here, the latency between the two servers, and then TCP test was succeeded. Okay, fine. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is to establish an interactive remote session. To do that, we enter credentials. We enter this credential first. This credential is credential we want to use to log in on the remote device. Again, I'm going to enter my domain. I'm going to enter my domain here. Then I'm going to enter my username. Then I go ahead and enter my password. So once that is done, I'll go ahead and run this PowerShell remote command. So this command is going to give me access into my remote machine. Once I run this command, you pay attention to the output here. You see that I mean my console has changed from server 2000 from server 01 to server 2012. Server 2012 is my remote machine. So if I show you host name here, so you see server 2012. I'm actually on server 2012. If I go back, if I go back a step backward, and then I'm back in my local PC. Then I can do host name again. Then you see my local machine is server 01. So if I go ahead and run the command again, you see it will take me into server 2012, server 2012. So where I can enter all PowerShell commands, I can do IP config. So and that's going to show, it's going to tell me show me the IP address of my remote machine, my gateway. And then I can go ahead and begin to run all the management commands like get process. So and that's going to list out all the processes running on my remote machine. So I can do pretty much everything I can do on my local machine remotely using this powerful tool. Okay. So we can, if you want to find out, if you run get Windows features web server, just to see if web server is installed on the remote machine, we can see that IIS server is actually running on the remote machine. So we can do all the management tasks on the remote machine. Okay, so that's great. That's great, right? So what we're going to do now is all we have done, all I've shown you was purely on how to run Windows PowerShell on HTTP. So let's see how to run PowerShell remoting on HTTPS. Okay, we all know that HTTPS is more secure. It's better secure than HTTP. So to do that, we need to create a SSL certificate and get the certificate thumbprint. So we do that by running this command. And to do this, you need to do this on the remote machine, okay? So I'm not gonna flip to my remote machine, but I'm gonna run it here because I've done this configuration already on my remote machine, but I'm just using this to show you how it's done. Okay, good. So I'm gonna run this command to show you how to create SSL certificate. So you run this command. This command generates a thumbprint for me. So what you're going to do is to copy this thumbprint and go ahead and launch. You go ahead and launch command prompt. You run it as an administrator. Okay, so once that is done, then you come back here and copy this command. Okay, so you copy this command. Okay, lift this command and take it to the PowerShell. Take it to command prompt, paste it, and so here you're gonna copy the certificate thumbprint we have here, and then so here we're going to replace it with what we have here. Okay, cool. So you paste it, and then before you go ahead and hit enter, so here you're going to define the host name. The host name here, since I'm running on my local machine, giving it the name of my local machine, which is server 01. So now I'll go ahead and hit enter. Okay, so it's actually telling me that window management service cannot find the certificate that was requested. Okay, so Windows service cannot find the certificate. So I think I need to check the certificate again. Something is wrong with the thumbprint that I just copied. All right, so, but actually this is how to set it up. I don't want to go back and begin to dig and begin to troubleshoot why the certificate is not working, but I have it set up already. I have it set up already. So this command here confirms, this command here would confirm to you that I have it set up already. If you run this command to see what certificate HTTP is using to listen, you see here that this is the configuration setting we have for the HTTPS. You see HTTPS is running on 5986. Host name that I've used here is server 2012, and I have the thumbprint already here. I have the thumbprint already here. Okay, so actually that is how to set up the how to generate the certificate and how to get a certificate created and get a certificate embedded with window remote management. So after that is set up, so we can go ahead and then connect using standard enter PS session commands. This one that I've run here, I'm going to copy it back here and add use SSL. So we can go ahead and run this one, and then we can connect to our remote machine using HTTPS. Okay, so we're going to stop here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. In case I'm missing anything in this video, or you have anything to ask me, I will be happy to answer them. You can drop me what you think about this video in the comment section below. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and see you in my next video.